Stoichiometry is all around us. It's the balance between Earth's elements. This might seem very vague and complex, but sometimes it's something simple. Like baking cookies. Believe it or not, baking cookies is also carrying out a chemical reaction. That reaction is created with baking powder. So this is a big question we can use stoichiometry to solve, to ask ourselves while we're baking cookies. We can determine the percent yield using the information. To start, we determine the limiting and excess reagent. When given 14 grams of sodium bicarbonate, we can determine the amount of CO2 formed by using stoichiometry, to then get 9.1 grams of CO2. We can use the same method with 7 grams of calcium dihydrogen phosphate to get 27 grams of CO2. This means that sodium bicarbonate is the theoretical yield. So sodium bicarbonate is the limiting reagent, 9.1 grams of CO2 is formed, which also makes the theoretical yield 9.1 grams of CO2, and to recall the given, 8.2 grams of CO2 is the actual yield. To determine percent yield, we take the actual over theoretical yield times 100%, plugging in the numbers, that is 8.2 grams of CO2 divided by 9.1 grams of CO2 times 100%, which is 90% yield. We got this percent yield of 90% instead of 100% because we couldn't capture all of the CO2 to present, but we can see the evidence of the gas release of CO2 in the holes of the cookie.